Hey, what's going on? What is up, guys? So, here's the thing. I think that I got a number working through Skype. Here's the thing. So that people who don't have Skype could call into this stream, this live stream, live for people to actually watch what's going on. Questions, comments, agreements, disagreements. Again, thank you to all Patreons. It all goes to putting it back into this channel. For example, getting a Skype number. So what I did was I got it for a year. And I'm going to try this out. I'm going to try and see if I could get my own little like talk show going on here. All about cardboard investments, all that good stuff. I added some overlays to the background. It is about 1 in the morning my time. So let's see if anybody actually calls into this stream. But here's the thing. I'm just more of a test. So let's see if anybody actually calls into this stream. But here's the thing. I'm just more of a test.
3 people are in here.
So
right, awesome.
let's see if anybody actually calls into this stream. But here's the thing. I'm just more of a test.
3 people are in here.
So yeah, it's a little bit of a late night stream, but I think this is a little preview of what could be to come in terms of
3 people are in here.
So yeah, it's a little bit of a late night stream. Philippe, or is it Philip or Philippe? I know you comment on every one of my videos. Thanks again. I think it's Philippe. See if the echo is gone now, because what I did was I just muted it on my end. So see if the echo is gone now. If that's cool. Let me see. Let's see what we got. Try and connect some headphones here. Oh, that fixed it? Awesome. So let's see if I could hear from the headphones. Test, test, test. I think I can hear. Perhaps. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can hear myself. So it's actually how you pronounce it. Philippe, yeah. Ruxin 34. He just got married actually, so congrats to him. So anybody want to call in and just see if this actually works? It's a little preview here. Does anybody have the guts to call in and tell me how terrible my channel is? Oh, jeez. Let's see here. Again, this was kind of like off the cuff, more of hopefully a preview of what's to come. These live call-in shows. You don't even need Skype. All you need is a phone. So that is awesome. That is awesome. Again, since it is like 1 a.m., probably not a lot of people are watching this. But let's see. Let's see here. A lot of people sleeping here tonight. Tony Gezzi, I told to call in, so let's see if he actually calls in. And this will be interesting. So how you guys doing tonight? You doing all right? Chilling Thursday. Was it Thursday night? Yeah, it's Thursday night. I don't even know days of the week anymore. So let's see. Let's see if Tony or somebody else gives it a call. Oh, you went to regionals. That's pretty sweet. Get any good stuff? Any ulties? Anything like that? Oh, studying for a final. Oh God, those days. Thank God I'm finished with those days. What final is it? That's not good. The good old go to YouTube and then get lost for a few hours and then go back to it. Ultimate Dark Arm Dragon, nice. Some ghosts, that's pretty sweet. Oh, computer science, ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Yeesh. That is tough. Was there any graded cards at Nationals or no? Probably not, right? Probably no graded cards. There's never any, unfortunately. There's probably as many thieves, or if not more thieves, at those conventions than there are graded cards, unfortunately. I remember going to the one in Secaucus, New Jersey, and there was a lot of shady characters there, so. Oh, good. Nice. Well, the comeback's 10. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. BCCG, no. That's the thing is a BCCG 10 is basically anywhere from a PSA 6 to a PSA 10. So you really don't know. It's kind of a potluck at that point. See if I could up the volume of these headphones a little bit. There we go. A little bit better. So who is going to be the one to call in? Who's going to do it? Who is going to do it? A lot of folks probably sleeping. A lot of folks in dreamland. But who is going to call in to actually see if this actually works? If anyone does call in, just post in the text if for some reason it does not work, so that way we can get that all fixed up for a little show, I guess you could say. This is kind of the test run. I'll probably still post this online just because. Do you know the 20th anniversary edition you get from the Blu-ray? The 20th anniversary edition from the Blu-ray. Well, I know about the one from YCS, the Ghost Rare, and I think I saw the 20th anniversary. Let me just confirm. Dark Magician Girl 20th anniversary. Well, there's the Field Spell card, I see. Oh, this one. Wow, yeah, there it is. There it is. 51 bids, $520 for 2019 Dark Magician Girl 20th anniversary. Wow, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, that's a beauty. That was the only one up there. So let me make sure. 20th, the one ending in 55. How come that one was so much more? How come that one was 520? Secret rare. Is there different variations? That's kind of bizarre, actually. There's a few people asking quite a bit of money, and then the rest, is there different variations? Which actually, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. It looks like there's like a full foil parallel version. But let's see. Looks like there's two different versions here. And one is much more expensive. Yeah, okay. So there's a secret parallel rare, and then there's basically the one with all foil on the borders, which is the 20th anniversary has the logo in the effect box. Now, I'm not 100% sure the difference between the two. I probably should know this. It's crazy, the difference. The one they want $1,000 for. And then the other one is just $20, $30. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's quite a big discrepancy. Yeah, so, well, I'm going to have to see exactly why or how many in terms of quantity we're giving out, the difference between the two. It's quite a difference. Condition is mint. Yeah, it's a big difference. Hundreds of dollars difference. If anybody loves the channel, if anybody hates the channel, if anybody has a question, if anyone wants to just talk, give me a call at the number above. 315-849-0993. That's 315-849-0993. Oh, we got somebody calling. All right, let's see if this works. Hello, who do we have on? All right, Diego, nice to meet you. Have you graded anything yourself personally? If so, by PSA, by Beckett, by somebody else? Why was it not graded? 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 No response. No response for a card graded. That's interesting. Why was it not graded? No response. No response for a card graded. That's interesting. Why was it not graded? No response. No response for a card graded. That's interesting. Why was it not graded? No response. No response for a card graded. That's interesting. Yeah. Why was it not graded? That red tape that said it wasn't graded, correct? No response. No response for a card graded. That's interesting. Yeah. Why was it not graded? That red tape that said it wasn't graded, correct? No response. No response for a card graded. That's interesting. Yeah. Why was it not graded? That red tape that said it wasn't graded, correct? Yeah. So I'm trying. I'm sorry, Diego. I'm actually trying to get you on the stream so that everybody. Why was it having that red tape that said it wasn't? I'm just having some technical. Yeah, so I'm trying, and that's why we do. I'm sorry, Diego. I'm actually trying to get you on the stream so that everybody. Why was it having that red tape that said it wasn't? I'm just having some technical. Yeah, so I'm trying, and that's why we do. I'm sorry, Diego. I'm actually trying to get you have a Skype or stream so that everybody. Why was it having that red tape that said it wasn't? I'm just having some technical. Yeah, so I'm trying, and that's why we do. I'm sorry, Diego. I'm actually trying to get you have a Skype or stream so that everybody. Why was it having that red tape? I'm just having some technical. You know what? Yeah, Diego, and that's why we do. I'm sorry, Diego. I'm actually. If you have a Skype or stream so that everybody. Why was it having red tape on it? Because I'd like everyone in the chat. You know what? Yeah, Diego, and that's why we do. I'm sorry, Diego. I'm actually. If you have a Skype or stream so that everybody. Why was it having red tape on it? Because I'd like everyone. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Diego. All right, so basically, can everyone hear me now? If everyone can hear me now, I'm trying to get Diego on the phone. Oh, God, it stopped. So, Philippe, is it now just, can you hear me? Let's see. Okay, perfect. So it's back to where it was. I have Diego hopefully calling back soon. The problem here is I'm trying to get the call, but I guess what happened was you could hear me, but you couldn't hear him. So I'm trying to get the call also to play on the stream here. So let's see what we can do. Let's see here. Try a few things. See what we can do. Let's see here. Try a few things. See what we... There is quite a bit going on. The crazy thing is I could hear him perfectly. Let's see if we can... Whoa. Hold on one second. Video capture device. Gonna do some real fancy stuff here. Let's see. Fit to screen. Cool. All right, so we got that back. Let's see here. Now, how do we get somebody to call in? Audio input, audio output. Let's try this. All right, let's see. Maybe this works. Can everyone still hear me? 5 overlaps of audio. Yeah, well, this is why we're doing it. We're trying to get the kinks out of it. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it myself and see what's going on. Can anyone hear the Skype call coming in? Anyone hear the Skype call? The little ringtone? Oh, you can. All right. And everyone heard the hang up? Perfect. All right. All right. I'll have to get Diego back on here. Diego, I'm so sorry. Again, technical difficulties here. First time trying to do this. And hopefully that was the fix. And if it was, that would be great. So let's see if that was the fix. Diego, if you do want to call back, I'm sure a lot of the people in the chat want to hear your story. Quite a crazy story. What he was saying was that he sent something off to get graded, came back ungraded. No idea why it came back ungraded. But I love to hear these stories. I love to hear it. So, Diego, if you are still there, which I would appreciate it, you can give a call back at 315-849-0993, and hopefully everybody in the chat can hear your story, and so we can get a nice little late night discussion going on. But everyone in the chat, did you not hear the Skype call the first time? Did you not hear the ringtone? Because if you didn't hear the ringtone the first time, and you heard the ringtone right now, that means it should be fixed. So let's just hope that it is fixed. Again, thank you everybody for joining this stream, for joining the chat, for watching the videos, for being subscribers, for being loyal fans. I appreciate it. I really do. This is so fun. I mean, this is awesome. To be able to do this and just talk about Yu-Gi-Oh cards, especially live on a phone, live on video, that would be awesome. Oh, you only heard me the first time. Awesome. So if someone calls in, it should be okay now. So hopefully, let's hope that did it. That would be awesome. But hey, that's part of the process, right? You know, all these technical difficulties. First time really learning this program. This is the first time I'm using it. And of course, I have all these background images here, which I think makes it look a little better because that way someone can just see the phone number right up top. Don't need Skype. They could just call right in. Everybody can hear the discussion. So again, Diego, feel free if you want to call back, or if anybody else wants to call, it's 315-849-0993. And again, I appreciate all the calls. I appreciate all the support. And I do want to continue on with that story because it did seem like a very good story. Sending off to PSA, Diego obviously was not a fan of the grading services. His first experience was not a good one. Oh, yeah, Joe. Yeah, I mean, it used to be easy, you know, but now what I'm doing is I'm kind of using a third-party program, putting some background images in, and the phone number is nice. Let's just see here if anyone wants to call in. I would love to have Diego back. He said he would call back in 5 minutes. So let's hope that he does. But in the meantime, Joe, let's see if I'm looking through these comments here. Joe's in here. Philippe's in here. Shroomy. How you doing, Shroomy? You doing okay? This evening? Well, I guess this morning now. I don't recall you commenting on a video, so it's the first time meeting you, Shroomy. And if you had commented, I apologize for that, and I appreciate you joining in. And again, feel free to call in whoever, if you love PSA, if you hate PSA, if you hate grading, if you love Beckett, do you like black labels? Are black labels enticing to you? Or are you just a PSA person? Fman Gaming, Fernando has joined the party. A Pizza Party has just joined. Love the videos. Just stopping to say hi. Hello. If you want to call in, anybody want to call in, give it a shot. We had someone call in earlier. Diego, a great guy. I apologize for that. What happened was the audio was not syncing in so that everyone could only hear me. They could not hear his story, but he had a good story going. He said he'd call back. We're waiting on him. Fernando's in here. A Pizza Party's in the building. Philippe. We got Joe. We got Shroomy. I want some late night stories. I want some comments. I want this main man go against the hype. Show him. Come on, Fernando. Now I gotta throw you something in the mail for that. Come on, man. I appreciate it. That's really awesome. That's super cool. You really don't have to do that, man. That's awesome. I mean, Fman Gaming, if anyone doesn't know, he's got some crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. I mean, the man opened a Blue Eyes box, you know? So, and I know one of the things he's commented on is, I guess, being real with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, not trying to price hype all these cards and inflate all these cards. I'm just trying to be 100% honest in my opinions and my views, folks, and that's the whole purpose of this channel. And it's not to say, oh, I have all these assets, let's boost them up. It's to literally be, I think this card's overvalued, even if I have it or not. It's going to be undervalued. It's going to be overvalued. This is what the channel's for. It's for information. It's just a PSA, no pun intended, public service announcement kind of channel. I like both PSA and Beckett. I think Beckett's cases look better, but I wish PSA gave a breakdown of why. 100%, I agree with you. I agree that PSA, I wish they would tell you why a card's getting a 9, because they're just throwing 9s and 10s and 8s all over the place, where you don't even realize it. You don't know what they're seeing. With Beckett, at least you'll see the subgrades, you know, and I agree with that. The problem with Beckett is the OCD of 9.5 drives people crazy. For good reason. May do BGS for OCG. Would be cool to differentiate. I'm not a fan of Beckett personally. They've done some, both companies, all grading companies have done some shady things. But PSA by far has done less shady things. I've seen it firsthand. I see it all the time. From Beckett, unfortunately. For example, the Beckett Raw Card Review, where you could give someone a card, they can put it into a card saver and say it's going to be a 9.5, it's going to be a 10, whatever it might be. These are only at these big shows and national conventions, and then they go and send it off. Ironically, you get people and dealers going up to the guy who gives it up to the grader, and they say, oh, hey Joe, you want me to get you lunch? Here you go. Here's a nice lunch for you. What do you need, Joe? And then they give Joe what he wants. He gives it back to the grader, who's right behind a curtain. And let's be honest, how easy is it for the grader to just be persuaded by this Joe, just to say, hey, these are good customers, they're good people, be easy on them. You know, so there's a whole lot of nonsense that goes on with this stuff. Am I against Beckett? Would I say no to Beckett? Absolutely not. If the price is right, I'll go to Beckett. But, you know, PSA for me is a little bit less. God, I don't know how to describe it, but just less, not shady, but questionable in terms of the antics going on. Let's see here. 9 people in here. Anyone want to call in? 315-849-0993. You don't need Skype. All you need is a phone. 315-849-0993. We had one person call in. Unfortunately, could not get the audio to play back on the live stream, but it should be fixed now. So this is why we do this. This is the first little test run, a trial run. Again, 315-849-0993. Call in, share your stories. What's your best PSA return ever? What's your worst PSA return ever? What's your best and worst experience with these grading companies? Do you think it's all hype? Do you think it's all overvalued? Do you think one day grading will no longer exist? Give a call. And we got a call. All right, let's see if everyone can hear him. Welcome. Oh, awesome. Awesome. It looks like it got fixed. I'm just waiting on a chat to make sure. Let's just see here if it's fixed. It should just take one person to comment. And I'm hoping they could say they hear you. Thanks again, Diego, for calling back. Let's see. All right. Can everyone hear him? No, you can't hear him. Why? So you guys could hear the Skype call, but you can't hear him talking. Is that right? One second here. Let's see if we can get you in. Oh, here we go. This might do it. How about now? Can anybody hear him now?
Can anyone hear me?
Someone said can't hear
Nope.
him. Let's see. Anybody? Just tinkering around some settings. Oh, they can hear you. All right, awesome.
You hear me?
Yep, they can hear you.
Cool. Oh, man. Well, right now I had stopped collecting like almost anything years back, and then just about a couple of years ago, a friend of mine got me back into comic books, and I told him, like, I started researching about grading the comic books, and I started grading comic books. And then I was all like, I have a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I wonder how much they're worth right now. Because hello?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. Because I started collecting Yu-Gi-Oh before it even came out in America, in the United States. So I started collecting like the Legend of Blue Eyes Japanese and all the like those sets. And I've always been a collector. Like I never really played the game. I was more a fan of the art, cards, and then the set of brother that's 12 years younger than me. So I was already like almost in college when it came out. But my brother was into it, so I was like, oh, one of the cards really exists. The cartoon's cool. So I started collecting, and then short story, basically I just had a bunch of older Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I was all like, I wonder how much they are, so I could, maybe flip them and get some comic books that are like very pricey. And so just recently, about I want to say 3 months ago or 4 months ago, is when I sent in my first batch of cards to PSA. What you get with the membership. I think I got the platinum, so it was like 15 cards. Give you credit for it? Not sure. And I sent in not some of the older ones. I wanted to test it out, so I did have a Blue Eyes Ghost rare.
Was that the Gold Series, the Gold Series 5?
Yeah, the Haunted Mines.
Yeah.
It was a Haunted Mines one, straight from the pack. And then I had purchased one, and then my brother, like, he was into Duel Masters, and so he had some of the original cards, and he had me send in a couple of them for him, which he got better grades than I did. And so they came back normal, like I sent in Turbo Judgment Dragon, Turbo Pack 1.
Okay.
Doom Caliber from Turbo Pack 1. Red Eyes Black Dragon, first edition Joey Pack with a starter.
So how are the grades overall? You said they didn't grade one of the cards.
That batch it came. I got mostly 9, which is understandable. After that I didn't realize the whole censoring thing. Like I could like I would watch your videos and I would watch other people talk about censoring. I'm like, what are they talking about censoring? Like I don't get it. But then like once I got the parts back and then watching more videos, I'm like, I so totally see it now. I completely see what they mean by the censoring. The Yu-Gi-Oh cards off, and then the lowest grade was that clock. I'm horrible with names, so I apologize.
No. So Diego, how about that Ghost Rare? Did that come back a 9, I assume, or an 8 or something? Like that?
No, it came back in 9.
It's not a bad grade.
I agree. Like, it was off center. That was the thing, was slightly off center. The other one came back 7, 5, I think.
Oh, 5.
And the foil had scratches. Well, the foil has the scratches on it. So like, So like that batch, I kind of like. I understood the grades. I got mostly 9s. I got 1 8, and it was that clock, Joey's clock. And what's his name? Time
Wizard. Yep.
And actually, I was even surprised I got an 8 because my brother actually played with that card, so it was like a played card. It wasn't like a pack fresh. But after that is when I sent in that one card to Beckett for my friend, that Shining Charizard that came out of the latest set of Pokemon, where they didn't even grade it, they didn't really give me an explanation, couldn't get in contact with them, sent them several emails, calls, nothing, and it was, and it wasn't even my card, but it was just like so frustrating for me because like I just wanted an explanation.
So, Diego, you're saying you sent a bunch of cards to PSA, you got some fair grades, you got some 9s, you got a few lower than that, and then when you went to Beckett for the Charizard, for that shiny Charizard from the newest set, as obviously you've seen probably some Beckett 10s pop out of there, more than a few, for pretty big money, especially the black labels.
Well, well, that's the thing. Like we saw the very first one that saw my friend pulled it like when the very first one that sold for like over 10 grand on eBay.
Yep.
And the auction was still going on when he pulled it, and so that's why he asked me to send it in like right away, overnight. So like get it back as soon as possible, and I was like, all right, I'll take care of it for you. And I did, and like he even started questioning my packaging, the way I packaged it. I'm like, good. I watched several videos. I've watched several people that sent in the packages, how they packaged it. I make sure, I send in my comic books and they come out fine. I know how to package these. The package so they're not damaged. But no explanation. They just said something about the size measurements of the card did not fit their standards.
Wow.
And I was all like, what do you mean by that? Like, what do you, like, you're not explaining anything. Like, how, and in the email I sent, I told them, how can you like tell me that a card that my friend pulled out of a pack, gave it to me, I packaged it up, sent it to you, and you say that it's basically not a real card in a sense because it doesn't meet the measurements or whatever they were.
Well, Diego, here's what they're saying, and I've seen this with both companies. When they say it does not meet the minimum size requirements, or it doesn't, I think it's an N8 or an N9 according to PSA. Both companies do it. What they mean by that is that the card is very likely, in their eyes, trimmed or factory miscut in the fact that they will not be able to grade it because of the dimensions. So probably what they thought you did was trim the card, and they thought you trimmed the card, and unfortunately they said we can't grade this. Even though you didn't trim the card, which makes no sense.
Yeah. It's still like interesting, and the other thing is though they still charge you.
Yeah, they still charge you. Yep.
And it's like, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But I think for me personally, it wasn't so much that it didn't get graded. It was more that I couldn't get an explanation, or I couldn't talk to anyone about it for them to explain to me why it didn't get graded.
Yeah, and you tried calling and you tried emailing. Of course, I'm sure, and they didn't get back to you.
Yeah, no. And then the one time I sent an email, one of the emails, I got a response, and the only response that it says like forward this email to this email address. And I was all like, okay. I forwarded to the email address and never heard from them.
Yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable. And the problem is that the companies can get away with this kind of stuff because in their fine print, in their terms of service, in what you agree to when you hit that checkbox that you probably never will read through those 20,000 paragraphs of text, they have the right to say, well, we deem this as potentially trimmed. We deem this as potentially altered. We deem it as not authentic. And that's a problem. I mean, I get it. A company wants to be safe. They don't want to they don't want to put in a slab a potentially trimmed card. But at the same time, you got to do your due diligence here. I mean, if you're a grading company, someone's spending this kind of money to have it overnighted, So.
Well, like, the other thing I can understand for, like, older cards, but this card just came out that day. Like, why would I mean, like, I don't know. But then comes my second shipment to PSA, those were my cards, and the grades were very disheartening.
What did the Charizard get from PSA?
Weapon?
What did the Charizard get from PSA? Did you send the Charizard to PSA?
No, I didn't send it into PSA. My friend just ended up selling it raw for like $400 or $500. So, I mean, he still made money, and also because, like I said, that when they sent it back just in a penny sleeve in a box with some cardboard, and it got warped. The card kind of got warped because it got like airmail to the shipping. So the card didn't lay flat anymore, and so
yeah.
So my friend just ended up selling it, but at that same time, that same weekend, I sent in my Yugioh cards and my second batch to PSA, and it was first edition Ghost Rare Honest.
It's a big card.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful before PSA got a hold of it.
And what happened there? Did they damage the cards? Did they come back with scratches? What was it?
Well, that's the thing. I sent in that. I sent in Blackwing Dragon First Edition Ghost Rare. I sent in 3 Gold Series 1 Fresh Cards Virus, mint condition, Ultimate Rare First Edition Kaiba Pack, Fresh Cards. There's maybe a few, but these were like the really, really big ones.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say that in almost all those cards, I got a 6.5.
You said you got a 5?
And 6.5, 6.5.
Oh,
or 7.
6.5.
Yeah. All of those cards, except for the Ultimate Rare, except for one of the Fresh cards, Gold Series, and the Ultimate Rare, I got a 9 and a 9. But the other ones, the Ghost Rares, and the Honest and the Blackwing Dragon, like mint condition, no scratches, never played with them, went straight to the pack from the day I pulled it, and like I kept my cards in like just like great condition because I just like taking care of like my collection. I consider it like art, and the corners, the top corners of all those cards were damaged. The exact same damage in all of them. And I'm all like, that wasn't there. And then that Ghost on it also ended up having like a scratch on the foil. Like, and I'm all like, there's like 0 scratches on that foil.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one, you know, especially because you pulled them yourself, you said. So you pulled them yourself back in the day, you sleeved them up, you put them away, and they were in perfect condition. It's not like you purchased these from eBay or Troll and Toad or anything like that.
No, they were all mine, personal collection. I even inspected them before I sent them out, and I'm all like, all right, these are like some of the best condition cards I have. It is ones else I didn't have an attachment to, so I was planning on flipping them, selling them, because even though they're amazing, but I didn't have a connection to them. More like I like from the first series, like Legend Blue Eyes, Dragon, Magic Ruler, like those sets, and some of the 5Ds, because that's when I actually played. I actually ended up playing the game with Yu-Gi-Oh, and I just collected was when 5Ds came out. Because my brother got me back into it, and so that's when I started collecting again. But all the like other stuff, GX and later Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, where I kind of like stopped collecting. Like I didn't care, but they're like in great condition. I'm like, all right, I'll be able to, like, you know, even if they just come back 9, not like I'm realistic about that. Even though they're in mint condition, not getting 10, you know, and I'm like, even if they come back 9, I'll be able to sell them for a decent amount. But they come back 6.5, and I'm like,
What do you plan on doing with the cards now? Do you think you're just going to cut your losses and sell the cards flat out? I mean, I'm sure you probably tried to reach out to PSA at this point, right?
Honestly, I didn't even try. I didn't try reaching out because I with the whole thing with Becca and not getting a response, I just didn't want to. I don't know, and like, and my base is like, where are they gonna tell me? Like,
yeah.
You know, it's like, but I have a third batch that I had sent in before I got those cards back, and so I'm kind of waiting on that one. That's gonna be in that it's I sent in 120 cards. So.
Okay.
And this is the one where I'm all like, okay, they better not come back like damaged, because ones I sent in, like I said, all in great condition, but it's all like stuff from like the first set, a bunch of Ghost Rare first editions that I had. I think I sent in a total of like 20 Ghost Rares.
20. Okay. There you go.
Well, it's just from all from different sets. Because the thing is, the one thing I like, and I should have actually listened to myself more back then, is when the Ghost Rares were coming out, and I saw what they were going for. They were like not selling for a lot, and I was like, why is the Ghost Rare only like $20 when you only get like one per case? And they're like, yeah, but it's not any good. Like it's not playable. And I'm all like, I was all like, and this was like 10 years ago, and I was all like, yeah, but they're very rare. I go, and people one day when they want to collect, I go, they're gonna want them.
Yeah.
Well, and they're gonna be hard to come by. No, even with the man, I really take myself with I tell my friends, I was like, you know what? I need to start listening to the advice I give you guys, because I give you guys good advice and you don't listen to me, but then I don't listen to myself, because even with Legend of Blue Eyes at the time, about 10, yeah, it's almost 10 years now, it was like $400 a box, first edition. And people were like, oh, that's outrageous, that's so expensive. And I'm all like, yeah, but it's the first set. Think about it. I go, look at Magic. Look at even at the time some of the base set Pokemon. I'm all like, I go, eventually it's gonna become so scarce. I go, oh, people look at. I go, I can see it going over $1,000.
Yeah, it's way over 1,000. You know.
Yeah, well, no, yeah.
Did you pick any up, or no? You didn't. You kick yourself?
No, I didn't. That's the thing. I kicked myself that I didn't, and I also kicked myself that I didn't like go back and finish some of my sets, because I also like picking up first editions of like everything. So also like try completing the whole sets, every card, rare, ultimate rare, all that stuff. I think like 30 ultimate rares that are in the next batch that are coming back, first edition. So
yeah, well. Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, it's always hindsight. You know, there's so many things I wish I had bought, you know, back then. Unfortunately, I didn't, but at least I picked up some things. Here's the thing. What do you think of the future? You say, well, I'm kicking myself for not picking it up now. Do you expect to pick it up anytime, or are you just going to, like, kind of cash out at this point?
I think with some of the cards, I'm, like, holding off, like I probably hold on just see if they do move up, like probably like the Judgment Dragon Ultimate Rare. Like one of the, like I think that's one of the things that I've also like maybe like focused on here just a little bit is picking up certain iconic cards, but the first time of a certain rarity.
Yeah.
Like that the card, even though like the Blue Eyes White Dragon, the original ones, the three from the starter, the game, and the set will always be the highest value. But look at the Ghost
DDS, Rare. Yeah, and the Ghost Rare, yeah. Well, here's the thing with the Ghost Rare. I'm a big fan. I haven't put up a video about this yet, but I'm a big fan of the Gold Series Haunted Mine Ghosts, because you look at the population report, and again, I am not a population report guy by any means. I really think the pop report, for the most part, is overrated. But you look at the pop report for this card, it's about, I want to say, 10%, around 10% of the Blue Eyes gradeds are 10s, which is nearly impossible. And a lot of those cards, I've opened cases upon cases of Gold Series, and I've pulled a bunch of Blue Eyes, but there was a ton of them that weren't even close to being gem mints, because they just come out of the pack scratched to oblivion. That whole set, actually.
But well, like my opinion about the Ghost Run right now, the set, the Haunted Mine, which I actually stopped collecting before that set came out, which I kind of like kicked myself because I was all like, I would have bought like a bunch of them. Because I was buying at the time I would buy like almost a case of every set that would come out. But now with that one, if I were to like in my personal opinion, but I would, if you could find a sealed box, and like for a good price, just keep it sealed.
For Gold
So,
Series.
like, yeah, the Gold Series, the Haunted Mines. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
would keep that one sealed because just in the last 6 months, the box jumped from being able to find it for around $150 to $200 to you can't find it for cheaper than $300 on eBay now.
Oh, 100%. I was lucky enough to pick a few up at, I want to say, the first case I got at 65 a box, and then the second case I got at, I want to say like 85 a box, and this was within the last 2 years. So luckily I got it in before the whole boom. But
Well, well, yeah, like I got lucky that when I got back into it, and I was like, oh, I really want that Ghost Rare, and I bought one box, and I got it for like 110, and so I ended up opening it, and then luckily I did pull the blue eye stuff. I was all
yeah.
like, I should have kept this sealed, but I pulled it, but I was thinking, I'm all like, I should have just kept this sealed. I'm all like, I go, I should have listened to Rudy from Alpha Investments. Like, the boxes will drastically go up as less and less. Probably even if the cards inside aren't as valuable.
And here's the crazy thing is, I think there's potential for the singles, especially Ghost Rare PSA 10s. I'm looking at the pop report now, and the Blue Eyes, 12.1% of Blue Eyes submitted are Gem Mint 10s, 15 out of 123. So you've got 15 10s.
See, that number, like, surprises the hell out of me right now, because when I sent in well, not the first time I sent in Blue Eyes Ghost, but I think the second time I sent in another one. The population of a 10 there was only like 4 or 5 of them, and within just the last I want to say 2-3 months, like they gave 10 out.
Yeah, well, I believe one person sent in a bunch of Gold Series, and they got, I want to say it was 6 or 7 in one shot, and then they got a few Mystical Space Typhoons, they got a few Solemn Judgments. I think there's only 4 Solemn Judgments out there. But they got a bunch of 10s, so I'm wondering if they just had a bunch of Gold Series, like perfect condition cards lying around for a long time that they decided to submit.
Yeah. Well, I kind of figured it had to be one person because, like, a lot, like, I was checking the population of a lot of the Ghost Rares, even I think the Honest goes for, like, the pop when population of that card went up, too. Because I think at the time when I sent it in, there was only, like, maybe 2, 3, if that, and then it just, like, went up. I remember one of the cards I sent in also, the first edition Ultimate Rare Effect Sailor.
Mm.
That one raw. I didn't even realize when I sent it in what the value of it was even raw. I think the raws are selling in like almost $300.
Yeah. I mean, it still remains one of the most expensive Ultimates, especially for a relatively new set. Not that it's that new, but, you know, for what it is. From Duelist Revolution. Yeah. Well, we certainly are seeing an increase in the GX Ultimates as well. So that's a huge spike we're seeing in GX right now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
And then the worst part for me also was like I knew I had certain cards in my collection somewhere, but because of having like rearranging the house, putting carpet in it, like a bunch of stuff that's happened over the years, like I was all like, I have a Ghost Rare Stardust. I know I have a mint condition Ghost Rare Stardust. Where is it?
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
You know, so like, I mean, granted, it wasn't a first edition, which, but even then, like, it'll go, well, like, I know I have that card. I go, I pulled it. I know I have it, and I know I didn't sell it. Where is it? And not until this past weekend, I was going to also play HeroClix, and I need to get rid of that. And so I was going through it to put some of them on eBay, get rid of. And then I come to a box, and I see a bunch of cards in it. I'm all like, there's Yu-Gi-Oh cards in here? And then I opened the box, and I had the Ultimate Rare Stardust First Edition. The Ghost Rare First Edition was in there. A bunch of other, like, high-end 5D cards were in there. first edition Ultimate Rare Tool Dragon, Ghost Rare Tool Dragon, a bunch of them, like, who put them in this box? It was not me. I would not have put them in just a plastic container box. And the parts of box me too. I'm all like, oh.
Yeah.
Luckily, none of the cards that were playing were damaged. So.
Great, yeah. Well, thanks again, Diego. I appreciate the call.
No problem, man.
And I'm going to just see if anyone else wants to go ahead and give another call in. But I appreciate it. It was awesome talking to you. Thanks again for calling.
No problem, man. Enjoy your show.
Absolutely. All right, thanks. That was Diego again. Crazy stories. He actually had a card. If you just joined in, he had a card he sent to PSA. He was getting a few PSA 5s. He had some corner damage that came back from PSA. He went to Beckett on a shiny Charizard from the newest set. Beckett did not grade it after he sent it in, overnighted it, right when the product hit, when the card was worth about $10,000. The first one sold, the Black Label Charizard. He sent that in, and they gave it back to him and said, dimensions were not correct. Minimum size requirement, which means that they thought that the card was probably trimmed or altered in some sort of way, and unfortunately he did not get his money back. So again, thank you, Diego, for that great call. We also talked about Gold Series 5. Gold Series 5, an interesting product. The price has really boomed in the last 6-7 months, up from around $125 to about $225 to $250 a box. The population of the Blue Eyes did go up substantially. There was one member here that did, I believe, got 6 or 7 PSA 10s, which is unbelievable. But as a whole, these cards are hitting about a 12% PSA 10 rate. So out of 125, let's go back to the numbers. Actually, 123 Blue Eyes White Dragons graded from Gold Series 5. Ghost Rares, 15 10s. 15 10s. There's somebody. Cyhawk sent in one. He got a 9. And it just came back. Very, very tough card to grade. I mean, I'm looking at the Pop Report right here. And again, for everybody watching, I'm not a Pop Report guy. But you look at Blue Eyes and all the rest of the gold rares in the set. Horrible quality control. The cards come right out of the pack scratched. You got 45 9s, 15 10s, 31 8s, 18 7s from Blue Eyes White Dragon. Definitely an interesting set to watch. And hopefully the future is bright for these cards. But Cyhawk looks to be in the middle of something. He is typing now. Sent in a Blue Eyes Gold 5, got a 9, just came back. But, and we're left with a little hanger here. I sent in a Blackwing Ghost first ed and got a 10. So you can't be mad at that. Actually, you'd rather have the Blackwinged Ghost first ed and get that 10. That's a big, big card right there. Anybody watching, feel free to call in the late night edition. Thank goodness it looks like we fixed our stream here, which is awesome. It looks like we fixed anybody calling in. Looks like that will work out fine. So very, very nice. And anybody call in, feel free to take a look at the number 315-849-0993. 315-849-0993. No Skype required. Do you have a story? Do you want to comment? Do you disagree? Do you agree on certain things? What do you think? Give me a call. Let me know. Have some people watch it as well. Again, thanks for everybody joining. Thank you to the Patreons. I appreciate it. If anyone feels like being a Patreon, feel free to check out the link and, of course, show your support. But I appreciate all the support. Other than that, thanks for everybody joining in. Anybody want to call in? Again, 315-849-0993. Discussing Yu-Gi-Oh! Late night into the morning hours here in the United States of America. We had a big pull from Cyhawk getting that Ghost Rare 10. We just had a caller call in about how he had some lackluster submissions. He had Beckett send back a card after he spent big time money on the blue, or I should say the Charizard. And so we'll have to see what happens there, unfortunately. Can we expect a 2020 market predictions video? I would love to do that. I'd also like to do a market watch at the end of 2019. An end of 2019 market watch. That should be cool. Going over one video for the old stuff, one video for GX, possibly another video for 5Ds. If anything, or maybe a New Year's video, a start of 2020 video. But nonetheless, we'll have to get into that, and I would have a lot of fun with. So, but for now, I appreciate everybody calling in. Are you gonna do a Yu-Gi-Oh decade in review? Oh, that's tough. That is way too tough for me. I mean, you go back a decade, and what were we at? We were at 2009, huh? So what sets were out? Yu-Gi-Oh sets in 2009, and let's see here. Let's see, 2009. That was with Stardust Overdrive, Raging Battle. Wow, that's crazy. Retro Pack 2 came out in 2009. Wow, how about that? You had Light of Destruction in 08. You had Phantom Darkness in 08. Oh, man, how about that? Well, that's crazy. Yeah. So I kind of stopped playing the game. I kind of stopped collecting around the Phantom Darkness area, unfortunately. So that was a mistake on my part. But no, I think a whole decade would be much too difficult to really get into, unfortunately, because there's just too much stuff to get into. I'm actually looking at my PSA subs now. Still have 2 pending. 1 just got there. A lot of sports cards in there too. But again, Ghost Rares from Gold Series were discussed tonight. That might be a separate video. We discussed also cards from Blue Eyes. We had the Blue Eyes First Ed boxes. We had PSA miscues. We had Beckett mistakes. Yet no remedy, no resolution for these mistakes by these grading companies. No resolution. You know, when you sign the waiver, when you click the checkbox with 25, 30 different paragraphs of text, because obviously who's going to read that stuff when they say they're not liable for damage to cards, when they say we can do whatever we want and send it back if we want to, if we don't think that the minimum size fits the requirement, they can do whatever they want. What do you think about that? Beckett, PSA, other grading companies, all in control, unfortunately. So that is not good at all. Is this a monopoly? Is there going to be another card company that comes in to try and clean them up? Is there going to be a company that's going to buy these grading card companies? Are we going to have artificial intelligence, which is another great video, that eventually will replace subjective human grader error? Light and Darkness Power Pack sealed box, a really nice guy, a really nice price would be about $35 realistically, US dollars. Realistically, it would be about $45 shipped. That's what I'm seeing. $45 shipped. I actually do have quite a few of them. I haven't really posted it on my Instagram. A sealed box of 6 packs. So you're talking the Dark Revelation 4, the Light and Darkness Power Pack, the one with the dragon in it. Is that the one you're referring to? Light and Darkness Dragon with the 2 DRO 4 packs. Because I know each mini box has 2 Dark Revelation 4 packs. Oh, a sealed case. So a sealed case of 6 mini boxes. Oof. Well, assuming each one is $45, you know, a sealed case by retail value would be around $270. Now, you may have a slight premium for a sealed case of 6. I would say $300. I mean, just because you're getting a sealed case. The crazy thing is with those packs or those boxes is that there is no set ratios. You're going in blind. You can't really weigh those blisters. And each blister, I've seen blisters that have 2 rares. I've seen blisters that had a secret and an ultra. I've seen ones that had 2 foils, 2 ultras. In my opinion, I would just buy 6 individual boxes, and that's the end of it. Because with a case, you might get a premium. Again, I'd say like $300, but I mean for the price at $270, you're getting just as good of a value. And you just got to hope you're lucky in that case. It ain't cheap, you know. You're paying $20, $25 a pack, you know. So, tried to buy a case from Halo God. He asked for $700, which I thought was way over. Yeah, I know he's got some cases. Again, you're better off just buying single boxes of this stuff for sure. Especially if do you plan to open it? Because if you plan to open it, it really doesn't matter. You can't weigh them. You can't really. You don't have to worry about resealing. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So, but I do have some boxes available. If you do have any interest, let me know. I do have some sealed DRO4 or the Power Pack mini boxes. I don't have sealed cases, but I probably have around, I don't know, 20 mini boxes. And I do open them live. Well, not live, but I open them on camera. If you have seen it, I've opened them for people as well. So that's always a fun thing, too. Anybody interested to call in? 315-849-0993. If you have Skype, you could Skype in. We could kind of make it a split screen. If you don't want to be Skyped in, if you don't want to show your face, feel free to call. You don't need Skype, just a phone number and a telephone, 315-849-0993. What kind of stories do you have? What kind of interesting theories do you have? What kind of predictions do you have? Let me know. Let everybody know. I've held it sealed for several months. I'm not sure what I'll do with it. What would shipping be like? Oh, yeah, Australia. That's a killer. Yeah, especially because it's not one card. It's going to be over £1, which is going to be astronomical. It's going to be $40-$45 to ship to Australia, which is a big problem, unfortunately. You could get away with one card or something for like 14 shipped, like with tracking, but the problem is I ship everything with tracking, so to protect myself, so that's unfortunate. So I cannot do that, unfortunately. I mean, I can, but it would be a pretty big cost there. Let's see here. Yeah, the decade in review, 2020 market predictions. Let's see. And again, thanks everybody for joining in. F-Man Gaming, Fernando, a great guy. He joined in for a little bit. We had a nice long phone call with a great dude, Diego. Diego had a great story with Beckett not grading his card, sending it back after he overnighted the card as minimum size requirement. Minimum size requirement, which means they thought the card was trimmed or altered in some sort of way, and he didn't get his money back. So he spent all his money to send it to Beckett, and he did not get his money back. I'll PM you in the future, perhaps. Thanks for your opinions. No problem, man. No problem at all. I appreciate it. Again, feel free to add me on Instagram, YugiohTube, all one word, YugiohTube. That's the best method of communication, is Instagram messages. And again, thank you everybody so far for joining in. Nice late night stream. Probably will be heading off relatively shortly. But again, it's always good to have everyone call in. New phone number. We got Skype rolling. We got phones going. We have a whole lot of good stuff going on. In your opinion, what would be the best way to get integrating cards? The best way to get into grading cards? It's a tough call. I mean, you're better off just buying raw cards and then grading them, but right now it's very difficult to find mint raw cards. You could also get ahead of the curve and say, well, I think this card, which is cheap, and I could find them mint pretty easily. I could get them pretty easily, mint condition, because nobody else is grading them. You could try and beat the curve that way and make a smart prediction. I have cards I want to be graded. I do cards. I do grade people's cards. I do charge, unfortunately, quite a bit of money. Just because of the time, I fill out the paperwork. I send them off to PSA. You don't really have to worry about anything. I send them back to you, and that's included in the cost. I usually charge between $15 and $20 a card. Obviously, I'm sure there's a lot of other people that can go a little bit cheaper than that, but at least you won't have any frills. You won't have any worries about it. In June, CRV hobby boxes were going for $500 each. Now up to as much as $800. Where do you see it ending? That's going to be the start of something huge, and that's going to be a video in the future. GX hobby boxes will be unicorns. You talk about next year, and I'm not big into super growth of the Yu-Gi-Oh market next year because we had such a large growth this year. Not to say it can't happen again, but I think it's going to be a lot pickier, a lot choosier. The economy, who knows what can happen there. But any GX hobby box is going to be a unicorn. Is 2020 the year of GX? Yeah. Yeah. Book it. Did you ever sell your Dark Armed Dragon PSA 10? Curious about that value, 2.5K plus. Well, Jack, thanks for commenting and joining in. I did not sell my Dark Armed Dragon. I had a legitimate offer of, I believe it was 285, or was it 29? It was either 285 or 29. I wanted 3150, and we were split between $200. So I did not sell the Dark Armed Dragon PSA 10. There's only 4 in existence. There's only 4 Dark Armed Dragon PSA 10s in existence. So that is quite a card. And so I still have it. I still do have it. I'm tentative to sell it because, again, I don't think I'll ever get another 10. So then it might be one of those cards where I regret selling. And Phantom Darkness boxes, we're not going to find First Ed boxes, you know, so. But yes, preview 2020 will be the year of GX. Book it right now. And that's, you know what? Oh, wish I could jot it down for a nice video discussion. Let's see here. The power of texting yourself ideas. And thanks to the comments, there's quite a few ideas. Okay. GX, Market Watch. 2020 market review, all this good stuff. All right, let me text it all to myself. Perfect. Awesome. All right, more Cyber Dragons. Well, here's the crazy thing is I just picked up a Cyber Dragon. It was an ultimate rare, near mint. Looked more like mint to me, so it was not near 2020, the year of RDS. Nah, book it. Nah, call in. Come on, call in. I would like to have a discussion on this. I'm not digging. I'm not digging RDS. I never was. Never was. What's your opinion on the current price? Magic Formula. Oh, I'm a seller. I sold mine. I sold a near mint copy for I think it was $850. Magic Formula. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, yeah, it was used. It's a spellcaster card. It's kind of got that Dark Magician Girl vibe to it. But my goodness, for $850 for near mint, I don't get it. There's so much better use of $850. You know, just buy a GLAS box for the $850 instead of a Magic Formula. You know, just buy a sealed box of Gladiator's Assault, and you'll be much better off. It's just mind-boggling with that card. I mean, Magic cards in general aren't, and spell cards aren't even that high of demand. So why in the world is Magic Formula this high? You see Change of Heart. You see Monster Reborn. I mean, you see all these. What's the biggest spell? Polymerization, Raigeki. All these spell cards, especially Raigeki. What is it? PSA 10 400 max? You know, so all these cards are pretty pitiful compared to that of Magic Formula. I don't see it. Case worth of blisters of GLAS from Halo God, no formula. I believe that those secret rares, I believe no Necroface. I believe no Magic Formula. I believe, what was the other card from GLAS? I know the cover card can be pulled. I pulled the secret rare Chaos Neos, and I pulled the ghost rare Chaos Neos from those blisters. But I believe the high-end secrets, which were the short-printed secrets, were Necroface, Magic Formula, and there was another secret there, was only in hobby boxes. Now, I believe that's that's a theory. I don't know if that's true. Soul Taker, I think that's what it was. I think Soul Taker was the other one that was only in boxes, not blisters. But again, don't quote me on that, but I believe that's the truth. Gilgarth? Yeah, Gilgarth. What's Gilgarth at, actually? What is Gilgarth at? Holy moly. Near mint, $200. I remember this was $50. What in the world, folks? PSA 8 once. What's going on here? PSA 8 point. What is going on? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Gilgarth. Let's jot that note. It's all good stuff. Good stuff. Gilgarth. Okay. Not to change subjects, what do you think about Pokemon abandoning GX so soon and going to V? Yeah, Pokemon, I don't dabble in the new stuff. I think the new Pokemon is a disaster. I don't even bother anymore. The only thing I liked was Evolutions, even though it was printed into Oblivion in waves upon waves, and we could wipe our butts with Evolution packs. But it's still, at the end of the day, base set related. So I don't like how they reprint out of nowhere new sets. Ancient Origins, I got slammed on. I had several cases of Ancient Origins. They reprinted it. I got destroyed. Luckily, with Flashfire, I had 4 or 5 cases at one point, and I sold them off. I worry anything Nintendo that they put out, I'm not touching. I picked up a first ed Gilgarth from an Australian seller. Deal of my life. Really? $10. That's a steal. That is a steal. That's a really nice steal for a really nice guy, Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Man. That's good. That's good. Homer deserves to play some Yu-Gi-Oh. Alright. And again, anybody interested, calling in, Skyping in, let me know if you want to Skype video. Let me know if you want to call. You don't need Skype. Just to phone. 315-849-0993. That is 315-849-0993. We had one caller in tonight. A very nice guy, Diego, and gave a nice story how he got back into the game. Not a nice result when he set his cards into grade. So that was a very nice story there. And we had a lot of folks join in, especially, I'm surprised, as it gets later, we're getting more and more people hopping in, which is interesting. I never would have thought more and more people would hop in. I'm wondering when this stream ends, and when I can post this on the channel, if I could somehow cut the first 30 minutes of this, because the first 30 minutes was trying to figure out how to get somebody on a call on live, but we did. We got it, and much better result. We talked about Gold Series Haunted Mine. We talked about some Ghost Rares. We've talked GX. We have someone said 2020 this year, or 2020 of the year of RDS. Rise of Destiny 2020. Is this the year of Rise of Destiny? Any thoughts on that? Call in. Let me know. I have my opinion. And I think you could tell I have an opinion on that. So, Rise of Destiny 2020. Rise of Destiny? Really? The creator. What else is that say? Oh, the Ultimate Machine King. You can't? Ah, man. I'm going to have to put a note probably right on the first thing in the video. Just say, skip to the title of the video. Skip to 30 minutes in. It's probably what I'm going to have to do. Just because, like, this is good stuff for people who missed it to watch, I think. So, I just don't want to put out, crap content either. So, unfortunately. But yeah, once you get past that half-hour mark, I think it kind of went smooth sailing. Why the RDS? Hey, come on, call in. Really nice guy. Come on. Let's discuss RDS. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Rise of Destiny. LOL, I only have RDS 2 boxes, 1 hobby, 1 retail. Just to say I have them. I agree with Monster Reincarnation. Machine Duplication, I mean, that's a card that's used. In my opinion, it's used. And you might say, well, that's great because there's less mint copies out there. But at the same time, I don't think collectors are flocking to Machine Duplication as, wow, what a card. And another thing with Reincarnation is, I mean, Monster Reborn is one of the lowest population 10s of an LOB Ultra Rare of the entire set. It might actually be the lowest. And it's just ahead of Gaia in terms of the price point. You know, Guy of the Fierce Knight. So you're talking about a card, potentially, I think it is, the lowest population ultra rare in entire LOB, which is crazy. And it's only worth a tad more than Guy of the Fierce Knight. It's way lagging behind some of the other ultras. I mean, yeah, you could say Exodia pieces are a little less expensive, but they're getting up there now, too. But I do think Monster Reincarnation Ultimate First Ed, yeah, I think it could definitely grow. I don't think it'll go to astronomical proportions. I think the creator is still way undervalued. Jack, Ghost Rares currently PSA 10 prices jump pretty high for all of them. Yeah, Majestic Star Dragon, 3,000 plus. Oh, God. And we pulled this on the channel. And it got a 9 twice, so it's just sold it as a 9 for, what, 200 or 300. Yeah, that's a killer. 3,000. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say, Jack. I mean, the prices for Ghost Rares, I get it. I don't have any, but I get it. I like the potential still, as crazy as it sounds, $2,500. It's crazy to think that you're talking $2,500, $3,000 cards, and you say, well, the potential, it's warranted. It is warranted. They're very tough pulls, and they're scratched to all hell. So, I agree. I think they're safe buys. I don't think anybody's going to be pulling in tons of 10s on those cards. RDS will never be over 200 a box. Well, I never thought Enemy of Justice would be over 150, and what do we got now? Massive prices. I thought Enemy of Justice was one of the worst sets I've ever seen. I mean, what is it? Elemental Hero, Phoenix Enforcer? Or Shining Phoenix Enforcer? One of those cards. The cover card of EOJ. It's that card or bust, you know, which is crazy, because that set was awful. Ooh, that set was awful. Actually, though, I'm big on TLM when I'm buying. I have the chance. Well, TLM's been moving. It's been rising. TLM is on fire. TLM, I think the last hobby box sold for $550, $600. Was it $556? And Ancient Gear Golem, watch out. That card in 10 from my connections, that card in 10 was $800. $800. The same card that was $300 way less than a year ago, 6 months ago. Same exact card. You know, it's unbelievable. How much for Karibo first, or PSA 10 super rare version? Korea, well, I remember the prices were out of control. It was about a $200, $250 card. But assuming you're asking me this question, there's probably nothing up there, right? Oh, there's one for $220. Okay, there's one for $220 on eBay. And there's one that sold for $165. And that sold on, when did that sell? November 8th. It sold on November 8th. So a month ago, it sold at, what did I say, 165? Yeah, 165. So there you go. 165, give or take. I'd say 165 to 200, you're fine. No questions asked about that one. The new speed duels are dumb. I bought the Rex and Weevil box because I wanted to have a few of the cards in there different. Yeah. I mean, I don't, again, I would love to get back into it. I would love to do speed duel stuff just because it's easier, it's more simplistic. You don't have to worry about learning all these rules, all these... it's crazy. The game got insane to the point where people were winning in one turn, and I'm just like, all right, this is way too crazy. I like the old-fashioned way where you put a card down, you wait. They put a card down, we wait. You put a card, and you just go back and forth, you know? But then it turned into a game where who can win in the first or second? If it's the second turn, you've lost. If it's the third turn, you're very lucky to still be not knocked out. Are the cards from Speed Duel Tournament Pack investable? I've looked into it because it's kind of like a tournament pack deal. Yeah, tournament pack 1. I don't think so. Because I think it's a different market. I think the people buying the Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, the old Yu-Gi-Oh!, a lot of them don't care about Speed Duel stuff. And I think a lot of the Speed Duel players don't care about the old stuff. I think it's two different markets here, and I don't see that as an alternative. Could it be? Yeah. I mean, are they limited? Yeah, there's certainly not a lot out there. Worth keeping a box. Yeah, again, with the speed duel stuff, it's just not for me. I just think, I don't know if there's enough demand for it. I don't know if there's enough people playing. I don't know if the people that are playing actually care about the old stuff. I don't think the people care about the speed duel stuff that collect or invest in old stuff. I think it's two totally different demographics we're looking at here. Cyber Dragons, one turn, yeah. Yeah, one turn is crazy. You know, one turn is nuts. OTS, similar to Astral Pack, similar to Tournament Pack. I'm not enticed. I'm not enticed at OTS. Not at all. Not at all. It doesn't make me, jump up and down. I do not like OTS packs. Is it better than some? Yeah. Is it better than other investments? Yeah. Heck of a lot better. Much worse investments out there. But do I see these things exploding in price? Like, probably not. But then again, I didn't think Champion Pack stuff would explode. And what did that happen? That exploded. Champion Pack cards. So, you never know, right? Certainly worse investments out there. Again, thank you, everybody, for coming on in. Feel free to join the Skype. Feel free to call in at 315-849-0993. Are you driving home from work? Are you a truck driver? Late nights? Are you working late nights? Are you at a diner alone, just eating some soup and some chicken wings? Feel free to call in. Watching the video. Are you just home, doing nothing, delaying your studying for your final exams? Feel free to call in. All good stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, the OTS ultis look pretty trash. Yeah, the new ultis, they're not the same. The best ultis are the OCG ones. The Japanese, the Korean ones. Those are phenomenal. OCG Ultimates are absolutely phenomenal. Fantastic. Those are much better looking cards. And even the Euro prints, much better looking card there. Much, much better stuff. And again, thanks everybody for joining in. What questions you guys got? You have to have more questions. We are doing some Q&A. We're doing some call-ins. We had someone call in earlier. Good conversation. Nice long conversation. New stuff isn't really worth holding on to. Yeah, I agree. The new stuff is just not worth it. I can't tell you one new product or one new card that I'm looking into. It's not there. What do you think of the recent Korean box popularity? The recent Korean box popularity. Well, it's popular because it's cheap. I mean, that's the matter of the fact. It's cheap because it was reprinted. And obviously, it was printed to oblivion. We had reprints of IOC, MFC, Blue Eyes, every set you could imagine, those big sets, reprinted. So the Korean market, it's good in the fact that you could buy a box for $20-25. You rip it open, you have fun with it, and it didn't kill your wallet. That's the price of one pack of, not even a pack of Invasion of Chaos, not even a pack, maybe a pack of Pharaonic Guardian, maybe a pack of Labyrinth of Nightmare if you're lucky for $25. So you're buying a whole box of Korean stuff for the price of one pack. Is it fun to invest in? Absolutely not. You don't want to invest in Korean stuff. It's just, especially unlimited. Don't invest in unlimited anything. Thought it was fun to open LOB, but I didn't really feel the others. Oh, definitely. It's a fun rip. I mean, I really should buy just an MFC box or a few of those or IOC boxes and just let them rip, But maybe one day. Just post them on the channel. And I think that would be fun. Bubbleman PSA 10 CRV 400. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. CRV Bubbleman PSA 10. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all. That card, no sales. Let's see. Oh, there's one actually going off. 2 days left, 133. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's 400. No. And the crazy thing is that card is only in retail boxes or blister packs. So you can get a blister pack or retail box and boom. You can't get it out of a hobby box. And that's... Bubble Man has always been one of those ultimates that's always been expensive. All the time. Stein's coming up for auction. Yep. Lots of Steins. Lots of Steins coming in. You have a question about Stein? You have advice about Stein? You think Stein's going to go up or go down in value? What are you thinking of all these auctions? Let me know. Call in. 315-849-0993. 315-849-0993. Call in live. Discuss Cyberstein. What do you think? Tournament pack. OTS pack. Astral pack. Any of that good stuff. Any thoughts on cards that have been banned for a while that will come back? Trap Dust Shoot returning? Yeah. Obviously, I have my favorites. Harpy's Feather Duster is my fave. That's my bae. I've stuck with Harpy's Feather Duster for way too long now. That card is just... I've been waiting for that to come off the ban list now for years upon years upon years upon... It's just been collecting dust. Yeah, exactly. CRV and Shadow of Infinity for dirt cheap. Yeah, those are great boxes for cheap. Strike and Neos, do you like the set or not really? Not really. Especially the price point. I'm like, my goodness. Strike and Neos. This is nuts. Again, it's one of those things where you have two cards. You have Grandmaster of the Six Samurai as secret, and then you have the Air Neos Ultimate, which is huge money. The Air Neos Ultra is going for massive money. But once that gets reprinted, I don't think it's gotten reprinted yet. But once it does, the Ultra will drop like a rock. So no, I don't like that. It's a set based on two cards, and if you don't hit one of the two cards, I mean, there's other secrets and stuff, but if you don't hit any of those big cards, you're in trouble. Same with TLM, honestly. The Lost Millennium. It's a very similar set to TLM, slightly better. Do you remember the DoD Raw that got an 8? I got it regraded, and it is now a 10. Wow. There you go. I knew it. I was like, what happened? Yeah, because you sent in the Raw, yeah, and it got an 8. Oh, jeez. I was looking at it. I'm like, how did this card get an 8? There you go. Now it's a 10. We both knew it. Long-term, Stein will do well. Short-term, hard to say. Whole market is stagnant at the moment. Yeah, I mean, after such a big rise, it's got to be stagnant. I mean, I'm actually surprised it hasn't dipped a little bit. I'm surprised it's just plateaued at this point. I agree with you. Long-term Stein is a great, great, great card to buy. Tremendous. Tremendous card. I agree with you there. 100%. PSA 10 especially. The thing is, there's a lot of Beckett 9.5 Steins on eBay now. So in order for those cards to go up, eventually people are going to have to start buying the 9.5s. And obviously, when you're talking about a card that's $3,000-$4,000, it's not easy. It will take time, but yeah. Did anyone ever get the Stein from those Walmart random boxes? That's a great question. I want to know that answer. I don't think anybody did, which makes me question who got the card, if the card was put in there. I mean, it's had to be put in there because you can't advertise it on the box. Unless you have some real fine print on the box, but I don't think there was. Maybe I'm wrong. So what does that mean? Is it still in a box? Maybe. Did they? No, I don't think they put DDS PSA cards. If they put DDS PSA cards, that'd be very interesting, actually. It's like Gamblers Anonymous here. Maybe it was a BCC 10. Yeah, probably. But even then, if it were a DDS card, that'd be nuts. Anyways, a Stein is crazy. I want to pick up another Stein, so... But the last Stein just sold for like 4.1, 4.2, which is out of control, you know. So, yeah, those boxes are... I'm gonna actually look mystery box, see if there's any on like eBay or something. There's the problem is there's so many of those mystery boxes. Mystery box. I don't see any with this. Oh, there is one here with a Stein. $45. Anybody want it? 8 packs plus 1 mystery item. Yeah, that'd be incredible if it was sitting on literally sitting on eBay. Someone just selling it on eBay and they just got slammed. Oh, jeez, that'd be a disaster. The guy is holding a mystery box, the PSA 10. Oh, really? Because the only one I remember was a Stein. That was a 9.5. So let's see. Oh, and there's a PSA 10 Stein. So apparently one of the mystery box had a PSA 10 Stein. One had a 9.5 Stein. And it looks like a BCC G10, Metal Raiders. It looks like a lot of Metal Raiders there. Let's see. I'm trying to find the one that has the DDS supposedly on it. There's a Chaos box. Let's see this one. Mystery boxes. Oh yeah, there is one. Holy crap. There's one with a DDS Blue Eyes and a DDS Dark Magician. That's crazy. It'd be nuts if they were never packed. They have to be packed. But it'd still be crazy. Super high quality dual disc. Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks awesome. Yeah, it looks sweet. Got a Beckett 6.5. Unlimited Monster Reborn. Sealed Retro Pack 2. No, I don't think so, man. I'm not buying Retro Pack. I think it's long spiked. Never been a Retro Pack fan. Never. And you know, it's just doesn't do it. Why am I going to spend crazy money for reprints? You know? Yeah, it's very niche. Yeah. I don't. That's another thing that I can't comprehend where those prices come from. All right. Thanks again for joining. 315. Call in now. 315-849-0993. Ask some investment advice. Ask what you should do. Ask, or you think you should buy? You think you should sell? What is your position on some of these sets, on some of these cards? Are you a collector? Did you just get back in the game? Give a call. Have people listen. Have people see. And chat in. But yes, Retro Pack market is very niche. I agree with you. I think there's certain cards that I say, okay, I see where the value is. But what percent of total net worth should Yu-Gi-Oh be? Net worth as in you're talking in a portfolio, in anybody's portfolio, the percentage of net worth? Yes. Okay. I mean, that depends how much risk you want to take. If you're talking Yu-Gi-Oh specifically, I would like to put sports cards and trading cards into one sector of a portfolio. It depends how confident you are. If you're very confident, you could say 50-50, which is extremely leveraged, which is risky. But if you're very confident, and the rest could be in stocks, bonds, you know, mutual funds, all that good stuff. But if you're not confident, then much less than that. If you're talking about just Yu-Gi-Oh in comparison to Pokemon, in comparison to Magic the Gathering, it all depends on the knowledge you have and how confident you are that it's going to go up or go down. Do you think that the Ghost Rare Dark Magician Girl World Championship card will go up in the long... Yeah. Hesitantly, yes. I do. But just going back to that portfolio question... Here's a question for you. How much do you have, percentage-wise, in your portfolio of Yu-Gi-Oh cards compared to everything else, or trading cards in general compared to everything else? Do you think, the Ghost Rare Dark Magician, again, it's tough because you're talking already a $2,000 card. A $2,000 card is a premium now. I think, again, it will go up. I mean, people love their Dark Magician Girls. People love the Ghost Rares. Twerking lessons for sale, $500 an hour. DM if interested. Well, why don't you just Why don't you Skype on in or call on in? Tell us how you do it. Get that workout for that booty. How about you call in? Let's talk twerking. Let's see here. A lot because I'm young and dumb. Nobody's young and dumb. Nobody's young and dumb. I mean, you are a twerking man, and I see you comment on my videos sometimes, so you don't have an avatar. I thought for sure it would be some cheeks. Just found a PSA 7 Ghost Stardust Unlimited sold at $265. What do you think a 9 is worth? Unlimited. PSA 7 Unlimited. Oh, my macaroni. Ghost Stardust? You're kidding. First. Are they that expensive for PSA 10, PSA 7 to be too? Whoa, my goodness gracious! Near Mint Unlimited is selling for. What do we have here? Lightly plays $90, $100. Oh my goodness. This is out of control. This is nuts. I can't believe the unlimiteds are this high. Yeah, so apparently the unlimited PSA 7 sold for $120, $125. No, it was $125 for that 7. $125 was the sale price. Tim, they're starting to make vintage Yu-Gi-Oh statues like Exodia behind Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, it's cool. I would love it for my collection. In terms of an investment, no, I would never buy it. Unless it's like actually crazy limited or there's a certain print run on the statues. But no, I would never invest in something like that. Again, unless it's very, very, very limited. But I doubt that happening. What are your thoughts? Yeah. But I would love to have them in a collection. That'd be cool. Let's see. Yeah, no, the 7 sold for, I think it was $165. Best offer of a $125. All right, it was the best offer of $125. All right, I'm intrigued. 500 to 300 beats statue. What link you got? You got a link? When does it go live? I'm interested here. Vintage Yu-Gi-Oh statues. The Lugia statue I have, they made 50 in the world to raise 20 kilos. Really? Huh. Is it actually, what's the brand? What brand of a statue is it? I'm curious. Lugia statue 50. When I search Lugia statue 50, I get Buddha statues. So there's that. Oh, here's one. Lugia statue SY Studio. Is that what it is? Resin statues. How much is 20 kilos in pounds? Yeah, no, I'm not big on conversion and metrics, unfortunately. The Buddha statues are the ones you're looking for. Buddha statues, huh? They're certainly thick. They're very thick. Let's see here. Resin statues. 44 pounds. Holy cannoli. 44 pounds. What in the world? How much did that cost to ship? Like $1,000? What are we talking here? That's crazy. Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's see. So there's no Yu-Gi-Oh, but is there Pokemon? Holy crap, you weren't lying. This stuff is pretty nice looking, actually. Resin statues. Huh. Alright, and they're actually really nice looking. Alright. All right, you got me. You caught my interest. Obelisk the Tormentor? Oh, it's out of stock. Oh, man. 200 pieces in the world. Pre-order product. Where's this from? Let's... Firefox Studios. Yeah, that's freaking weird. End up buying that art book. The art book, the obelisk are huge, like 60 centimeters. The art book, which art book were we talking about? Sorry if it's been a while. It's getting late. It's actually getting late for both of us on the Eastern time zone. Let's see. Wow, that's actually cool. There's a shiny Lapras statue on here. That's really cool. That is super cool. Holy moly. Ooh, a shiny Gyarados. Shiny Charizard. Pretty sweet. Cool. Oh, no, I never got that magazine. No. No, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll buy it. Actually, it looks like there's a different Nobleman of Crossout. First thing I see is a alternate art Nobleman of Crossout, which would actually be really cool too. I didn't realize that. It comes with both Exodia and the Nobleman of Crossout. All right. What do you think of Titans? Can they? I am hoping here that they can win the division. You know, I'm thinking of also making an alternate channel for the Tennessee Titans. NFL Sports Talk. I would love that. Just NFL all the time. Call in Sports Talk. That would be freaking awesome. I'm hoping. Tannehill looks good, man. Tannehill looks real good. They have to beat the Texans twice, though. What's the price of Ulti First Ed, PSA 10 Shining Flare? Probably like 2.5. 2,500. That's probably the 2 to 2.5, probably. I'm pulling for Tannehill. Yeah, man. I'm hoping the Giants are taking it. Oh man, I just want to make the freaking playoffs. I hate losing all the time. All the time. Titans lose all the time. Well, I mean, relatively speaking. So, let's go Titans this week. Let's go. Let's see. Again, anybody want to call in, have any questions, conversations, stories, likes, dislikes, any gripe with my channel? Is that special someone out there that hates my channel, that wants to call in to just tell me how much they dislike my channel? That's open too. I'm always open for someone to call in to tell me how much they despise the channel. So if anyone wants to do that, that would be awesome. Stand up and show us some twerking. Oh, yeah. So will my view count go up or will it go down if I start twerking? I don't know. How overpriced is Wavy? 10%, 20%? In my opinion, I think Wavy should have between 10 and 15% premium, no more than that. I think 20 and up, you're getting into the out of control territory. And anything 20 or up, I'm not touching it. No shot. Because when you're talking about a card that's $15,000, you know, you're talking a 10% premium is another $1,500, and that's out of control. Because you're talking about a card stock. That's all it is. And another thing as well, people said, let's see. Some comments said, well, it's rarer, right? And it's undoubtedly rarer. But at the same time, it's a card stock. You're paying that much more for a rare. What about first ed base set, then in thin stamp? What about gray stamp first edition Pokemon? Gray stamp first edition Pokemon has probably 3% of the print run of the whole entire first edition base set. That's not even close to what a first edition base set Charizard is. Not even close. I mean, you're talking about rarity. A first ed gray stamp Charizard should be 6 figures right now based on rarity. But it's not. You know? It's not, because people say it's just a gray stamp. And if anything, I think the gray stamp is a little bit, just as prevalent as that of a wavy versus glossy. Oh, man. I think you're right. If Ian never pointed out, how dare you, Ian? If you ever watch this video, how dare you? How dare you do this to the market? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm trying to price my raw near min first. I mean, I don't know. Kind of whatever you want. Really nice guy. You could kind of price it however you really want to, because just not many on the market, and people love their wavy stuff. I would just put it up with a high buy now best offer and see what happens. Are you watching Star Wars? No. I saw the first 6. The first 6 episodes, and then once Disney got a hold of it, I kind of drifted away. Although Baby Yoda is cool. Baby Yoda's up, but that's the TV show, I think, which I have not seen. With Boba Fett, I think. Hopefully I'm not butchering the whole idea here. Scarcity does not always determine value. 100% agreed. Scarcity does not. It's important. It's important. A card has to be scarce to an extent. But there's also such a thing as demand, and there's such a thing as the premium given to that scarcity. And if the premium given to the scarcity is higher than it necessarily should be, or what the value should be, when you take a rational, unbiased point of view, then in my opinion, you're overpaying for the card. Now I need Tony Gezzi to call in here and make his case for wavy. I mean, that's a heck of a video. I mean, that would be fantastic. Or let alone anybody. Anybody could call in. Rational shots fired. Lugia or Ho-Oh? That's a good question. Ho-Oh. I always liked Ho-Oh better. Silver was my first game of the 2. I loved both. Both those legendaries are epic. But Ho-Oh just, I don't know why. And in that Burnt Tower, was it? Was it Burnt Tower? Or was it Rainbow Tower? Where you had to go through, and then you needed the rainbow wing to get in. That was awesome. And you had to go all the way up the tower. That was cooler than the whirlpools and Silver, where you had to go and get Lugia. But I do think the red Lugia, Red Belly Yu-Gi-Oh! Red Belly Lugia is awesome. I'm investing a lot in Crystal Cards Raw Mint. Oh, Bell Tower, yeah. If you can only have Dark Magician or Red Eyes First Ed PSA 10. Give me Red Eyes. I'm not a fan of either, but give me Red Eyes. I'd much rather have Exodia. Red Eyes, just the starter deck version, it's just so much easier to get. It's the same rarity. I just don't like it. I don't like Red Eyes. Dark Magician, I like the artwork actually more than the starter deck and the DDS artwork. So then but just in terms of value, give me Red Eyes. In terms of collection, probably Dark Magician. Just because I like it. I like the art cooler from LOB than starter deck, which is kind of rare. I'm investing a lot in crystal. Yeah, I mean, crystal cards, I like the crystals. I do. I mean, those packs are out of control. There's a Magic the Gathering downturn right now. Thoughts? Yeah, unfortunately, I can't answer that question. I have nothing in Magic. I have $0 in Magic. I never played it when I was little. I never got into it. Unfortunately, I wish I had. But unfortunately, I don't. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, those are the two big ones for me. I'm in the zone of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon. So, that's, unfortunately, the only Magic the Gathering card I'd ever buy. If I had the money, I'd buy the Black Lotus. That would be it. Just because everybody knows the Black Lotus. So, that's the only thing. Sky Ridge pack. Yeah, it's out of control. Out of control. What do you think of the Pokemon Gym artwork? Particularly the hollows. The gym set artwork, it's okay. It's alright. Never been my favorite set. I preferred a lot of other sets. I preferred base set. I preferred Fossil. I preferred Jungle. Crystal cards from Sky Ridge. Quapolis cards are really nice looking art. I just never was a fan of the gym set. Just didn't do it for me. Loot Box pulled a gold star. I saw that, man. That's crazy. I actually offered Loot Box. I had literally, I think it was 40, maybe, or 50 heavy. Maybe it was more than that. 50 Fossil and Jungle heavy packs. And then I have like another 100 Fossil Jungle light packs. And so I asked him, hey, do you want like the whole thing? Do you want heavy packs? Do you want light packs? Very nice guy. He got back to me literally within 5 minutes. And he said, no, I'm good. He's only looking for gold stars. So that was cool. I figured, well, for his channel, he could always get some heavy and light packs. But he was only... They were all unlimited, though. They weren't first ed, unfortunately. And that Rayquaza looked really good. And it got a 9. So he should send that back. The centering on the back of the card matter and those PSA. Yeah, PSA is a lot better with the centering on the back. Centering on the back, unless it's absolutely out of control, really doesn't make that much of a difference. In the process of a Gym PS A10, have scars and Misty's Gold. Misty's Golduck. What, for $1,000, folks? This is crazy. It's out of control. Yeah, that's crazy. No way I'm paying $1,000 for Misty's Golduck. No way. Oh, battery's low now on my headphones, so that might be a cause for concern. It's basically telling me to stop the stream. Do you watch SNG? Not really. Really cool guy, sells guaranteed unweighed packs from base set to Neo. Yeah, he's okay. I've seen a few of his videos, and I don't know enough about him, but he seems alright. But that's cool that he sells the unweighed stuff. That's always good content. DCR, Exodia, Necros underpriced. Oh, God, yeah. Exodia Necros, way underpriced in my opinion. Leonhard's buying up some vintage Pokemon. Yeah, he's crazy. Can you do more of these live podcasts? Yeah, crack your LOB box. Agreed. Yeah, no, no. If I had one more, because right now I have a wavy and a glossy. All right, now I'm getting another warning that this battery is low. Let me see if I can plug it in. I had a wavy and a glossy box, and basically, I'm not going to open them unless I get a third box somehow. If there was just out of nowhere someone that had a third box of this, I would be in complete control. If someone had a third box of LOB and I got it cheap, I would absolutely love it. But let's see here. Let's see if I can maybe at least plug one of the headphones in. Nope. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, is this the... Oh, this is the charge. Let's see if we can charge well. Alright, well. It might be charging. I don't know. Would you crack it if you knew it contained a blue... Oh, well, yeah, 100%. 100%. Guaranteed blue eyes, I'm in. Count me in, 100%. Who beats out who in... PSA, dude. PSA. No questions, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. PSA destroys Beckett in 2020. I mean, this has been an onward-going process. PSA has destroyed Beckett the last 5-6 years. Beckett was hot. 2010, 2011, 2012. Since then, it's been absolute atrocity. So, impression of grading. It creates market inefficiency, undergraded and over. Yeah, I mean, it's all subjective, unfortunately. You know, there's always going to be undergraded, overgraded. Until there's artificial technology or intelligence that can grade a card with a scanner, with, again, some sort of algorithm that can tell you what a card's actually at, then. When are we getting some drinks? Dude, I would love to get some drinks. You're not far. Actually, we have to do it, man. We have to get some drinks sometime. We got to go out. That would be fun. A nice Yu-Gi-Oh exploration team. We need to get everybody. Well, not everybody, but we got to get some people in the Yu-Gi-Oh community and go out, cuz there are people around us too. So that would be fun. Oh, and I have to see Pisco. Pisco, or hopefully it's Pisco. Hopefully that's how you pronounce it. I love that. That cat is beautiful. Everyone besides Gezi. Yeah. Everyone besides Gezi. Yeah, Tony, he likes wavy, so he's excluded. Yeah, get him out of here. No. Pisco. Awesome. Yeah, Pisco's an awesome cat. Yeah. Even the dog is cool too. But yeah, no, Gezi. Until he changes his mind about wavy, he's not allowed. No Gezi's allowed. Favorite Pokemon. It always was Suicune. For whatever reason, I just like Suicune. I think it's because it saved me so many times in battles when I was like playing against noobs. Now, granted, I was a noob, but when I played noobs on Wi-Fi back in the DS games, just random games, I used to go on message boards on like Game FAQ or whatever, and I used to just battle. I would be down till my last Pokemon, Suicune, and then I would just keep calm minding. I don't know if anyone plays the video games, but I would keep calm minding until I had like max calm, and I had rest and a Chesto Berry where I kept waking up. So literally, calm mind, rest, wake up, calm mind, until I was like indestructible at that point, unless they had a physical attacker. But again, I was playing noobs because I was a noob too. So then eventually I just swept teams with Suicune, and it was awesome. It was super fun. So yes. Oh, and shiny Suicune with the blue cape kind of deal, or the blue like back instead of the purple back is cool. That's really cool. I should pick up a gold star one. That'd be nice. What about you guys? Call in. Tell me your favorite Pokemon. 315-849-0993. What is your favorite Pokemon of all time on this Yu-Gi-Oh channel? We are talking Pokemon. Favorite Pokemon. Hey, favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card. Call in. Does Twerking Man want to call in? He's got to have a favorite Pokemon. He's got to have a favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card. I mean, it's got to be something good. Someone, hey, Twerking Man. I mean, you could prank me anytime you want. There's the phone. Call in. I'm waiting. Everyone's waiting. I'm from the UK. Oh man. So if you call that number, they'll charge you, I guess, huh? Man, that stinks. Oh, dang. That stinks. Arcanine and Cyber End Dragon. Arcanine's awesome. Arcanine is sweet. And Cyber End is sweet, too. It's like, I always thought Cyber End was like a metallic Blue Eyes Ultimate. When did you know that you had a good voice for radio talking? I don't know. I mean, I took like this communications class in college because I went for business. I was like, let me just take this radio class because it was cool. And then I took it, and then we had to record like some sample or demo. And then all of a sudden, like the teacher was like, so she worked in radio for a little bit, and she was like, dude, you have to join the radio station here. And I'm like, nah, you're crazy. So then eventually I joined the radio station, and then from the radio station in college, I was fortunate enough to get into New York City radio, which is really, really sweet. Because I thought for sure I'd have to start in the middle of Idaho, grow some potatoes for like 5-10 years and make like absolute pennies, and then come over to New York and then get that gig, because no one just gets that out of college on air stuff. So, but that was really cool. Sports radio in college, yeah, dude. I called some basketball games. It was awesome. I would love to do baseball. Baseball would be super, super fun. Charizard and Shining Flare. Yeah, Charizard's a winner. Shining Flare is awesome too. That ulti pop, and it looks like it's just gonna like destroy everything. So I love it. A lot of GX love going on here tonight. You had Cyber End Dragon, you had Shining Flare Wingman, all that good stuff, you know. But yeah, no, sports radio is awesome. I'd love to do it. Tyranitar and Obelisk. Similar. They're similar. Yu-Gi-Oh! And a Pokemon, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster and a Pokemon. They kind of have similarities. They're both like pretty beastly. Tyranitar and Obelisk. I really want to do voiceovers. Dude, that would be awesome. You should do voiceovers. I want to get into that too. It's just a very tight-knit community and stuff to get into, but I do want to get into it, so that would be super cool. Yeah, voiceovers are fun. I do. I do. So, yeah. How old am I? I am in my mid-20s. A little past my mid-20s. Yeah, so I'm getting old. I'm getting up there. I don't know if people... Dude, soccer. Oh, 26. Cool. Soccer would be cool. Go. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I can't do like fast pace that much. Like I can't do basketball or hockey would be brutal. Hockey would be awful to do. But baseball would be awesome. Describe the weather outside or in between the pitches. You know, describe how the crowd's looking. Describe what else I'm smelling, what I'm seeing, and then I'll obviously get to the game every 30 seconds after each pitch. Turn 25 in 3 weeks. That's cool. Mid-20s. There we go. We're all the same age. We're all around the same age. That is awesome. Very nice. So if COPPA or COPA, whatever it is, all that nonsense going on, if the government is watching this, look at the comments. 25, 26, 27. This is not intended for kids. This is an adult investment collectible channel. I hope they see this, but I doubt they're going to go through a 2-hour and 10-minute video to actually see this. So, please, this is not a child channel. Ah, dude, yeah, I barely make any vids. I know, it gets busy. My schedule gets, like, crazy sometimes. I know, it's not good. I gotta upload more, but... Talking about 2 children's cards game. I mean, the card game is like Pokemon. It's I guess you could say it's a child's game. But these are adults playing it. Adults are playing, adults are buying, adults are selling, adults are investing. This is not about how many kids I can talk to. This is about how many adult people want to actually learn about the game, want to make some money in the game, turn it into a hobby, do everything like that. It's more about investing stuff. Holiday season 2020 Xbox X, right? Is that what it is? Xbox X. Xbox with 2 X's. Well, actually 3 X's. But yes, thank you, Twerking Man. I appreciate it. I appreciate the compliment. But yeah, that Xbox should be fun. Yeah. Anybody got Xbox? Anybody got PlayStation? Yeah, what 6-year-old prodigy can actually understand modern Yu-Gi-Oh? That'd be crazy. PS5. PS5 coming out. I have a PS4. Oh wow, did they announce both? They announced both PlayStation? Wow, they did announce PlayStation 5. Holy moly, when was that announced? Ooh, this is juicy. Send me an LOB box. I'll send you a picture of an LOB box if you want. I think that's a good deal. That's crazy, though. I'm looking at the Xbox X right now. I wonder if there's going to be any limited edition stuff going on. You know, like PlayStation, PS5, and Xbox X. Limited edition consoles. That would be sweet. Cool. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, I play Modern Warfare. I do. I used to play Modern Warfare 2 for days. That game used to be like epic with nukes and everything. But yeah, I did get the new Modern Warfare, so I'll have to add you. Shoot me a PM or something, and I'll add you on Modern Warfare. That would be fun. Alright, I'm going to give this till 3:30. Yeah, Modern Warfare was the best. 3:30, which means we have 16 minutes to go. 16 minutes. If somehow... I'm literally just going to title this video, Skip to 30 minutes in or something, so that way we cut out all the technical nonsense. I think people would love to see an hour and a half of live answering questions and answers and all that good stuff. Modern Warfare 2 was a glory days. Yes, it was. Nukes, chopper gunners, or AC-130s. Lots of good stuff. Oh my goodness, I just got a PSN name. Oh, sweet. All right, that was fast. That was really fast. Very nice. World at War? Nah, I wasn't big into that one. Personally. I wasn't a big fan. Zombies is cool, though. I like zombies. So I think the next video, what I'm going to do is either do a Q&A, so I'm going to put up a video for asking for questions, and then I'll answer them in a video. That would be toward the end of the year, which is the December month. I'm thinking of doing more of this kind of stuff, but I would obviously advertise when I'm going to do it. I'm not just going to pop on live. I would probably just say, at this time, on this date, I will be live. Call in, video in, anything for questions, feel free. But I'm also going to do some debates. I think wavy, glossy debates are in order. I have a few people lined up. Actually, they said, hey, I want to talk wavy, glossy. And I said, absolutely. So we may have some wavy, glossy debates here on the channel live. Well, it might be live. I think it would be better live. I think if we did a live video and then we uploaded it directly, I think that would be cool. What's the game I play the most? Well, it used to be Modern Warfare 2 when I was playing Xbox. Played a ton of Madden. And FIFA. I used to play so much FIFA. Oh, God, I used to love FIFA. I have FIFA highlights just all over the place. I used to be really, really good at FIFA, actually. Used to play a lot of Nintendo, Pokemon games, all the originals. I used to play Pokemon ROM hacks. That's always cool. What else did I play? I used to play, as nerdy as it sounds, I used to play the sports Mario games, too. That was always fun. Oh, and Mario Party, of course. I used to play, Mario Soccer, which was Strikers. I used to play some baseball. Yeah, I played a lot of sports games. I'm a big sports fan. And, yeah, that was really cool. Get me on. I want to talk PSA 1 and twerking. If you could call in, man, or if you got Skype. Well, actually, since this is a Skype number, I'm wondering if you can call without a fee. But then again, I'm not going to be responsible if you call in and you get charged. So that's a no-no. No, I don't want anybody to get charged here. Because it is a Skype number. It's connected to my Skype. So just keep that in mind. Mario and Sonic was... Yeah, Mario and Sonic's awesome, dude. Absolutely awesome. What else did I play? There used to be, mini games in Mario Party. It was, Mario Volleyball. That was cool. Mario Galaxy. I didn't like Galaxy. I liked Sunshine. I like Sunshine. Has anyone... Oh, man, he opens the can of worms with 13 minutes left in this stream. Opens the can of worms. Let's talk about the other comment first. My loose PSA cards all of a sudden stopped moving. Have you heard of that? Loose... Wow, that's actually crazy. That's actually really good to know. No, I haven't heard that happening, but... Cool. That's actually good news. I would just keep them... I assume they were just on a stack or something, right? They weren't, wedged against anything. So, that's pretty cool. Not a peep from his YouTube. Oh, jeez. Alright, so the can of worms is open. This is probably for another time. But we got, 12 minutes left? Oh, he blocked me on Instagram, that's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, no. I haven't heard anything back. So, that was a disaster. That was a disaster. I mean, how do you do that? How do you do it? How do you crack someone's card? I don't understand. You get in a card, it's a PSA 10. It's not your card. Even if it was a PSA 1, why are you cracking someone's card without their permission? What are you doing? What in the world are you doing? What's your favorite movie or movies? Oh, there's too many of them. Too many. And it is 2:30 a.m. right now, so I cannot That would have to be another one for another stream. That's so much to answer. Do you ever compensate the guy at all? Probably not. Nope. No, I don't think he did. Which is crazy. I mean, and it's not like this is a guy that's like, oh man, I don't have much to compensate you. He's got thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of cards. I mean, he's got crazy cards. And you're telling me he can't sell one card or give the guy a card to compensate for his mistake? I mean, it isn't a guy even where he has the excuse of, oh man, I'm really poor and I made a poor choice. He made a poor choice and he made no effort to compensate, and he has the items to compensate him. That's the crazy thing. Took down all his videos. I was going through his openings. They got wiped. Ugh. What a mess. I was in that live feed. Pretty unreal. Wow. I wish I was in that live feed, man. Like, ooh, that's brutal. Oh, man. I don't know how he did it. Like, I just, what is going through your mind to do something like that? I don't know. Opinion, speed dual boxes? No, I don't think so, man. Roger them. I think they're poop on arrival, unfortunately. So people were instigating him to crack it too. What went on in the comments was pretty messed up. From what I recall, at least watching the video that someone actually recorded, which is crazy enough that someone recorded the live stream. Thank God someone did. But from what I recall, they were just like urging him to like crack it. But it was only a few, but I didn't think they would I don't think anyone thought they would actually crack it. No problem, Roger. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Always feel free. Call in on that number, 315-849-0993. 9 minutes until the stream shuts down. Till the world blows up and the stream will shut down. So get those last questions in. I just can't believe he did that. I think the video is still on YouTube, actually. I think someone, I don't know who it was, uploaded that video to YouTube. So it is somewhere looming online. Oh, God. What a disaster that was. Favorite film? Maybe The Dark Knight. I mean, I love The Dark Knight. I also love Whiplash. You ever see that movie with the guy that's a drummer and then he gets the instructors just like screaming at him? It was pretty intense. It's a pretty intense movie. There was a bunch of movies. I loved, like, I don't know, I have Blu-rays of like all my favorites. But I really like horror movies. I like the occasional drama film. Superhero movies, not a big fan of, but The Dark Knight was the exception. What ended up? The guy did not do anything. No, the guy never compensated him for the mistake. Well, not a mistake, for his mistake, I guess. His poor choices. If I were that guy, I would definitely sue right away. There's video evidence of it happening, of just destruction of property. I mean, it's crazy. New Joker was really good. I was a real fan of New Joker. Yeah, it was an expensive card. It was what, like a $2,500 card? That Blue Eyes. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Have you seen Don't Breathe? That came out in 20. I feel like it was on a list. Let me see. Don't Breathe. Horror film. Well, now you got something for me to watch. Don't Breathe, 2016. Huh. It's got 88 Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, you know what I like, too, in terms of horror films? I loved Hereditary. Oh, gosh, it was great. Loved Hereditary. I'll have to see this. Don't Breathe. Yeah, I didn't see this. Huh. What's it about? I feel like I started watching this, but I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna have to watch it. Yeah, Judge Judy had a court case for Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, yeah, she did. Yes, she did. Oh, Judge Judy. Oh, my goodness. What a savage Judge Judy is. Favorite Christmas? I've never really watched much Christmas movies. I'm sorry, dude. I know I'm not festive at all. It kind of blows. You know what I saw? It was a weird movie. It was was it Krampus? Krampus? Something like that. I don't know. It was some like weird like monster movie, but it was like Christmas movie. It was kind of weird. It's really weird. I saw that last year. Die Hard. Yeah, I never saw it, man. I'm failing there. Did you see the other guy that busted his own? Yeah. Thug Noodles. The noodles of Thug. It's like Flushing 2GT. Well, the PSA 10 LOB one was at that point it was still like over $5,000. Oh yeah, Krampus. Yeah, Scott. That was a weird movie, dude. That was a freaking. I was like, what is going on? It's like, I feel like this is crazy. What was happening? It's funny. Why would he do that? It's funny. Well, supposedly what happened was there was like some debris inside the PSA 10 case. And then he's like, I need to get this out. So, I don't know, something like that. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? No way in a million years I'm cracking a PSA 10 Blue Eyes. No way. I actually have a Blue Eyes at PSA right now. And if it ever gets a 10, PSA just was generous in the holiday mood. Because I think it's a pretty solid 9. Like, it shouldn't be under a 9, but a 10 would be astronomical. I would love it. I'm just not expecting it. Jack in the Box. Interesting. No, Hereditary, though, you guys gotta see. I mean, now. Oh, did you ever see Midsummer? Midsummer, that movie? A very low-budget film. Ooh, Jack in the Box. It's a clown. Ooh, this looks good. Oh, there was one in 2020, huh? Ooh. Creepy doll. I like it. Oh, I like it. Works for me. Down for creepy dolls. Black Label Blue Eyes. You're talking DDS or... Oh, in Krampus. Yeah, dude, I don't remember it, unfortunately. Black Label Blue Eyes. Are you talking DDS or LOB? What are we talking? LOB? First Ed? I mean, I don't think one exists. Maybe one exists, but I don't think it does. I'll have to check that. If it does exist, I mean, you're talking sky's the limit. And then you're talking, well, is it glossy wavy? But either way, it's, in my opinion, easily 50,000 or higher. Easily 50K. Easily 50,000. Woo! Here we go. Final stretch, 3 minutes away. Again, if you like this live stream, feel free to donate or, I guess, contribute to Patreon if you're a fan of this stuff. Otherwise, keep on commenting, keep on liking, keep on watching, recommending, all that good stuff. I appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it, everybody. In general, what do you think of raw cards compared to graded? Do raw cards have grown? Yeah, I mean, with anything. I mean, when product and supply dries, raw cards go up. Graded cards go up with them. So obviously, when raw cards rise, graded cards will start to rise. Usually, it's raw cards first, then it's graded. Could growth percentages be comparable? Absolutely not when it comes to PSA 10s. PSA 10s, the margins on PSA 10s are huge. Absolutely huge. You always, if you're looking for an investment, you want PSA 10s. The problem is the buy-in point of a PSA 10 is much higher. So you're going to have to put a lot more money down on a PSA 10 than rather than a 9. Raw cards forever. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to get like an 8, you'd rather have a raw card. And this is from me telling you, I have a bunch of 8s and 9s. You're better off with the raw card, but, 8, you could always get an 8, literally take it out of a case, crack it out, and there's your near mint card, So there's always that option, too. But in terms of investments, nah. I mean, raw cards could be decent. I mean, because they're cheaper buy-in points, but the margins are always PSA 10s. I mean, you're talking massive gains with PSA 10s. For sure. For sure. "60-second warning." And again, thank you, everybody. I appreciate all that you have done, everybody. Actually, well, what is it, 328? Less than, 60 seconds. 70 seconds, I should say. All right. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate all of the questions, all of the comments, all of the live, reactions, the call-in from Diego. Thank you, Diego. Great comments. Philippe, thanks again. Really nice guy. Awesome. Cyhawk, thank you so much. Joe, Panda King, Twerking Man, Roger, Jack, F Man, which is Fernando. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate the contribution as well. Anybody else I'm missing? Antiquated. Thank you for that. Let's go down the list here. And that, I think, might be it. We had a few early on, too. So I appreciate all of them who came in. I appreciate it. And that, I think, is about it. Awesome. All right. Thanks, everybody. And what I'm going to do is advertise this going forward to say I'm doing some call-in shows. I'm also thinking of doing the head-to-head wavy glossy debate live, which would be awesome, I feel like, on this channel. So I'm going to do that. Be prepared for that. Hopefully some market watches in the future, more investment stuff, some openings. Maybe some people will buy some Yu-Gi-Oh! So maybe I'll post some Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff and see if anyone buys it to be open on the channel. All that good stuff. No, don't leave me. Yes, I'm sorry. I am leaving and I'm going to sleep. And I have to use the toilet. Yeah. Ate too much Mexican food. So, all right. Looking forward to the next one. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Take care. Until next time. Yes, I will do an announcement. Thank you for the advice. YugiohTube. Thank you, everybody. Sign in out.